Greetings everybody, welcome back to Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4, Wall of Fire. We won't be doing much getting on with it, if you will, in this episode. Instead, I'm going to take the time to conduct a belated, extended tutorial of the game. It has come to my attention that I should have been doing that, and it makes sense. Koei games are pretty complex. Particularly this game, particularly if you just delve right in, and I, for one, can tell you that there are games, Koei games in my youth that I would just get, like if you rented them from, like, say, Blockbuster, like rent Nobunaga's Ambition from Blockbuster, bring it back home, put it in, you're like, what the fuck is going on? No instruction manual, you don't have the internet, you don't even have a fucking computer, and you're like, what do I do? Yeah, like that. Koei did amazing for making such deep games work on a system which, you know, doesn't seem like deep games would really work on, and they continue to do that as well. I mean, Nobunaga's Ambition, Iron Triangle, for instance, which is PlayStation 2 only, much to my eternal dismay. I mean, I own it for the PlayStation 2, but I'd love to play it on my computer as well, and I would actually pay for it again, just to play it on my computer. Some Koei games are really that good. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and conduct a tutorial here. If you folks wish, you can skip this video or whatnot. Try to explain to you what the hell's going on, what the fuck we've been doing, and what my plans are to continue to be doing. So now, if you folks haven't gotten the idea, the objective, let me capture the damn control. Here we go. Our objective of the game is to, let's actually pull up a big map. Can we do that? Here we go. Big map here. The objective of the game is to unify China under one rule, in this case, our rule. There are a lot of cities in China, and those constitute all of the bases for you to operate out of. We originally started in Anding, and we have currently relocated to a far more prosperous, far more populated, overall better city in Chang'an, which was under the control of Old Dongi. Oh my. Excuse me, I like to sneeze funny. It's been a theme of mine for years. Now, I think in Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4, you don't have to control every city on the map, you just have to eliminate all the competition. And one of the reasons why I love starting in the earlier periods more than the later periods, because there are so many random warlords operating in the early periods. Whereas if you get into the official Three Kingdoms period with Wei, Wu, and Shu, there's only just 3 huge blobs on the map. That's it. So that's what creates a whole lot of interest. Besides, I love the time of intrigue with Old Dongi here, and Cocoa Puffs, and Liu Bei, and Wan Shao, and all those other sorts of folks. Sun Jin down there, Sunshine. Then later on, although later on the game can be more difficult if you're just starting in one city facing the wrath of 3 combined empires. There you go, now you know. To succeed in this game, what you're going to need is a combination of officers and troops. Officers are the way by which this game is decided. Like in the Total War games, how you have your generals and everything, those will really make or break the game for you. If you have god-awful officers, or worse, you don't have anybody, you're not going to be able to do anything in the game. Matter of fact, it actually matters more so in this game, I dare argue, than Total War, because at least you can move around armies and whatnot, even without officers. Not that they'd be effective, but you still can. Whereas in this game, you can't do anything without officers. If I just started the game with Master Reaper over here at Anding, I'd be fucked. If I wouldn't be fucked, the game would be far harder than it is. And the quality of officers also matters. In this degree, it helps that you can make custom officers to an extent, because, I mean, folks like, take this guy, for instance. I mean, I was able to boost him up to have 99 intelligence. There are some rulers who don't have access to that great of an advisor. Or 99 politics, charm, leadership, power. My gosh. Bulwa the Vulture here is an amazing war leader. And there are very few people who can actually best him in a dueling arena. Lu Bu would be one of them. But in terms of politics and intelligence, not that high. There you go. So definitely the quality of officers is immensely helpful, so it's always good to keep recruiting officers and keep boosting their loyalty, which is what I've been doing, so they won't do things like defect to the enemy, or if you enter a battlefield, betray you and take troops with them in their betrayal and then screw you over. Officers are a huge, important concept of this game, and of course, you know, troops actually leading a well-trained army, well-supplied with, we don't exactly have the technology or the money to afford things like horses, or bows, or rams, or catapults right now. Catapults. Maybe those are in this game? I don't remember. Maybe not. I guess we'll find out later. I don't remember. Like I said, my memory sometimes, woohoo! Kind of like with Daggerfall. Daggerfall Alzheimer's. Anyway, yeah. That's why I've been moving more towards controlling, having a base in this near central China. Because with, as you noticed, I mean, the population here is a big deal. Compare that, 281,000. Where were we originally in Anding? Yeah, 71,000. That used to be higher, but troops have been recruited there. So it's up to us to do that. Now, you can improve a city further by upgrading its various statistics. The farmland, the dam technology, the economy, and the military technology. Food is collected at the beginning of every autumn, and the taxes are collected in the start of every new year. Yeah, so at the beginning of spring and fall. So those are the only times those are collected in this game. And each city has its own separate supply of gold and food. That's changed in later games, where you just have one huge conglomerate, and God help you if you get disconnected from the capital or whatever. Dams will help to protect your farms and actually everything in the event of a flood, and the military technology determines what weapon types you can build, because you can't buy everything from the shop. Now, if you don't have enough gold to pay your officers at the start of every January, or you don't have enough food to feed your forces or your people, you have a problem. Try not to let that happen. There are various random events which will occur in the game, like locusts, plague, floods, typhoons, rich or scarce harvest. Exception of rich harvest, all those are bad. That's randomized too, so you can't really help it. You can try to stay away from the coastline, which is prone to typhoons. Plagues, we've been pretty unlucky with, so, shit. Try not to be near one of those cities covered in plague. That has definitely not been helping us, but it hasn't been doing too much damage. Alrighty. That was fun, folks. Also, if you haven't, as you've noticed, I have passed control over Anding because I don't want to micromanage that extensively. It can be pretty aggravating whenever you command a lot of cities to just handle the individual orders of every city. That's why I say, you guys do your own thing. I'll focus on my city. So it's not really that realistic if I lorded over every city. So there you go. And of course, we have the map here, which shows you all the pathways and whatnot in a nice little graphical setting. Now, the capital of China right now is this city, and I do believe this is where the emperor is being kept. Although he could move around every time Old Donkey keeps moving, which could be due to, what did Screaming Doom say? AI oscillation, two similarly weighted choices. Whatever, it's gonna help us. Even on pro difficulty, the AI is not that gifted intellectually. One other thing too, hear that? That's the sound of me trying to press my fast forward key. I've disabled it entirely. I'm going to try to, I guess, go more with how the game's supposed to be played on the actual cartridge system. And in doing that, disabling the fast forward will force me to talk to you guys more, as opposed to just trying to blaze through something, and that will help me, I guess, divulge information about the game to you folks. So, primary focus we've been trying to recruit officers that we stumble across, and we've been developing our city to improve their various ratings so we can get more gold and more food. That takes care of what we've been doing there thus far. Also, I've been training my forces. That is what helped what helped us gain control of Chang'an in the first place. We had a superior infantry led by superior officers. There we go. That worked. And that's what helped us secure Chang'an. It doesn't really help that Dongi left the city controlled by one officer. Shame on him. So yeah. In terms of, you've noticed that I've been rewarding lots of officers as well. That's due to, like I said, increasing their loyalty, so they won't do something like backstab me. That makes me angry when that happens. Especially when it's just like, if you control like half or 3/4 of China, and people are still backstabbing you to like go to a losing side, what do you think? You can turn the tide? There's like 5 cities left that you don't control. 2 dinky rulers or governors here. They're like so stubborn and filled with honor. It's like, really, if you want to die, fine, I'll execute you when I capture you, for Christ's sakes. Whew. The market ratings, they change. They're variables. You can buy or sell food. You can only, however, buy these. You can't sell them, which would be cool if you could. Who will trade? See, I was just trying to press my fast forward key. I'm so used to hugging that damn thing. Good. This will make me talk to you fuckers more. In the future, maybe I'll re-allow myself to have that luxury. But for now, I'm going to focus on trying to explain things to you guys. In terms of the plotting, I'll actually go through all these. Hiding puts your officer inside an enemy city, like I did with my daughter, who could potentially be recruited into that city, which will provide you information on that. And furthermore, if you go into battle against that city, and that officer you hid is also on the battlefield, you can tell them to betray. They'll come back over to your side with troops, and the game will be easier. Bribing? What does bribing do? Bribe an enemy officer to switch sides in battle. Basically, it's like the hide command, only you're not trying to plug an officer in there yourself. It's much harder to do. I don't do it. I mean, sometimes I've like dicked around the options just to like, you know, use an officer's turn or whatever. But I don't expect bribe or rebel to work. Rebel is actually becoming an independent ruler, as in not rebelling over to your side, but saying, fuck this, I'm going my own way. I seldom are the times I've seen that work. Gossiping can lower the spirit or loyalty of either the people or officers of a city, and of an enemy city. But as I noted, I think in one of the prior videos I recorded last night, if you lower the loyalty of the people in a city, and then you take over that city, the loyalty of the people is still going to be lowered. So it's a consequence you take. Arson can set provisions and arms on fire, which, you know, can absolutely wreak havoc on a city's ability to feed its troops or defend itself, which can make taking it easier. Snooping around can just help you actually increase your levels of the various ratings, like economy or dam. Steal their technology. I rarely try to do any of that stuff. It's just, at least in terms of like snooping, that's had rare success for me either, even though I'm spying on a city, even though I send a well-trained officer to do it. Okay. Foreign affairs. Diplomacy is pretty helpful in this game, in that you can help to placate folks. There are also foreign tribes, which can actually, if you give enough gifts, and let's see here, invade. Which foreign tribe will you ask? There's their hostility ratings. They're each located in like a different area of China. Like one of them's located in like the northwest, and the one's on the northeast. And the third, I think it's the Shan Yu, is located in the southeast. I'm not sure if anybody's located in southwest in this game. Memory's still a little rusty. But you can give gifts to them and then ask them to invade, just to weaken an enemy. And stuff like allying with somebody, or giving them gifts to lower their hostility so they're unlikely to attack you, or exchanging prisoners, or threatening them, demanding that they give you money, or actually telling them to surrender to you, which rarely succeeds. You should surrender to me. Nah, screw it. I've seen it succeed whenever you're pretty much guaranteed to win the game, and you so incredibly outnumber and dominate the opposition, but yeah. Okay, folks. That is actually a fair breakdown of everything, I think. And as something I've been covering, earlier, we have our officers with various talents, which gauge how effective they can be at certain actions. However, I'm not exactly sure how big of a deal that makes in terms of, military commanding. For example, Boa the Vulture, with 99 leadership and power, does not have an infantry check mark. However, somebody like... I think it's Arashi Tayama? Here we go. However, somebody like him, he does have an infantry check mark. I'm not sure exactly, I'm not sure if Tayama would be a better infantry leader than Bobo. Because of the... I'm honestly not sure. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of documentation. I mean, I don't have the fucking strategy guide or anything. Another thing, I don't actually have the instruction manual, so I'm just guessing here, folks. I have information accrued through years of playing this game, and that's about it. So over there on the tenure thing, you can see how long they've been serving me. Of course, there are dash marks there for Master Reaper, because he's the ruler. I press the R on the keypad and the SNES pad, and I can see a breakdown of statistics. Yay. Alrighty. Whew. That was fun. Events. No report. Here's a little cool thing, too. Let's go to report, and we'll take a look at the city here. We'll see what we're doing around here. Just a fun little flavor thing to just check out everything. With this much land cultivated, nobody will complain about our work. I'm going to take a break. Why am I not surprised? It looks like everyone is working with great enthusiasm, including me! Face number 32. I promised to reward the team that finishes first. What about our economy here? We can't do anything about this plague. Everyone rest up and get well soon. What a relief to hear those words. I'm sure everyone will be pleased. Aww. I just noticed the father and daughter are working together. Nobody's in the tech area. Training. Results of the training are finally showing. The soldiers have done well. And soldiers? Training isn't so bad after all. Yeah. Did you see me practice shooting an arrow? I must be the world's best archer. And building, we're not building anything, so we can't get a report from that. Alright, everybody. Whew. I hope that helps you all to understand the events that I've been doing in the game, and a breakdown of everything we need to do. So, as a recap then, we're going to try and solidify ourselves in central China. Although this will expose us to more enemies, it is the most lucrative and most powerful area. This is why, as opposed to dealing with Ma Tang up there in the northwest corner, we expanded down here to Chang'an, we stayed here, and now we are working on continuing to expand east. Even though this will expose us to more painful events and affairs. There you go. In that regard, I do believe when I ended the last video, I didn't have another action I wanted to take. The soldiers are still training, so I can't do anything with them like attack now. Damn. So let's go ahead and end this turn here then, and cycle through the rulers. As I noted, they all have their own turns, and it's all randomized. When something bad happens to one of your cities, it tends to happen on somebody's turn, so you can look up at the top left corner and get an idea of who is responsible. It's kind of nifty. Here we go into January. Everybody has the same birthday in Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4. So in January, everybody gets a year older. In future games, that changes. No. Maybe, no. I don't think it does. Whatever. So Wan Shu and Dong Zhuo reform their alliance, so I'm continuously at threat of a two-pronged assault. Lord Master Reaper, the soldiers from Chang'an have become some of the strongest soldiers. Fantastic. So I tell you what we're gonna do then. First off, there's a free officer here. Maybe we can try and recruit him, whoever it is. Officers are randomized with their own different attitudes. Historically, if you play as one of the actual rulers of the game and you choose historical mode, there are some officers who will never work for you. Like Lu Bu and Liu Bei, probably not the best of friends. Such is life after what happened. At least in the novelization. So let's go ahead and recruit this guy then. Sure, why not? We will send... Nah, actually, rewind. We're not going to worry about that now. First off, we're going to stage our attack. So let's go ahead and do this. Actually, before we do this, before we even really going to consider this, I'm actually going to check to see who's in the city. Because even though I'm not spying right now, excuse me, I'll be able to see who's in the city in this case. Just Zhong Yao. Okay. In that case, there'll only be one person to defend the city. Wan Shu cannot send reinforcements. This will be good, everybody. Let's go ahead and stage our attack. War. For better or worse, till death do us part. I love you with every beat of my heart. Why did that pop into my head? So who do we want to lead here? Now, these various check marks and everything, I think the game is trying to tell me that that this would be a better leader. Somebody with a check mark over somebody without a check mark. I think that's what it's trying to tell me. But I don't understand why he's so far behind then. So, maybe it's not trying to tell me that at all. I'm really not sure how my daughter would be better than Bobo the Vulture. Really not. And it's not like, you know, I'm selecting infantry right now anyway, so I don't get it. Anyway, I'm going to be crazy here. Well, not really crazy, just I'm actually going to send myself in this battle. That's right, I will sacrifice life and limb for the glory of the Empire. Well, this better fucking work. Aiding me will be Bobo the Vulture. We should probably bring along somebody intelligent, so in this case, I'll bring along my advisor. Go ahead and arm us full of infantry. Like so. Now, we can also change our unit type here. Currently, we're just using a basic infantry layout. However, we could switch to using horses. Apparently, we can't. Interesting. Perhaps I have to actually put soldiers in the unit. Like that. Here we go. I'd have cavalry. I could have crossbowmen, or I could have strong crossbowmen, and if I had any auto crossbows, I could use those as well. The three types of bows just vary in their strengths. Auto crossbows are the strongest, regular crossbows are the weakest, strong crossbows are in the middle. There you go. Auto crossbows are very, very powerful, though as you can expect, archery units tend not to fare that well in melee combat. Horses do better against soldiers on the open field. Whenever it comes to attacking an actual castle, not so great. We're going to go ahead and just deploy soldiers here, because that will allow me to use all of my forces. I'm going to be actually crazy enough to employ all of them. Maybe I should leave some backup. The city, just in case Wan Shu plans an assault. I'll only go ahead and take this many. My guys are well trained anyway, so... I mean, in that case, I might as well just go ahead and assemble 124 and take the... But then Master Reaper's not good at that. Let's go ahead and cancel the attack, everybody. Rewind. Army. War. So who's good at cavalry? Tell me. Is it Bobo the Vulture? No. Calrog Man! Well, I'll be damned, Galrog. Here you go. You can go ahead and lead the assault. I'll actually sit this one out, then. Bo the Vulture will be your second in command this time, and we'll bring along Arashi Tayama. That's right, Bobo. You'll play second fiddle even though you're the Grand Marshal, Imperial Wizard, whatever. That'll be fine. Let's show off horse combat. This should hopefully be effective. Go ahead and take 2,000 gold pieces with us. We'll take 5,000 barrels of provisions. Actually, 6,000. Don't run out of food while you're fighting. Don't run out of food while you're fighting. Do not run out of food while you are fighting. Don't. Don't. No. It's a bad idea. We have a stronger army. I approve. Will he actually face us in a field battle, then? No, he'll fight from inside the castle. Field battles are the first types of battles you can fight. They're actually, since you're not fighting them at a city, they won't damage the city. Whenever you get to this level, though, city damage can actually occur, and if I actually broke through the castle gates, then a lot of city damage will occur. There's your field battle, then there's your castle battle like this. And if you break the castle gate, then there's a city battle, which you can break down either between the troops or set as a series of duels. If you have really powerful officers, that would be the time to have duels. So since he has an infantry unit, he's going to go ahead and fight me down here, which is all levels of crazy, as you can see. I outnumber him 2-1. So we'll just go ahead, we'll just do ground attacks, because we can. Let's not go crazy here. We've got plenty of time. We have lots of turns before the situation ends. Ding 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 ding. Yes. Charging can carry its own set of risks and rewards. You can absolutely devastate an enemy unit. On the other hand, you can take lots more casualties. And if your unit's really not prepared for the charge, you could get screwed. Cavalry units will be great at charging infantry, but I'm just, showing off here. To just show you this combat and I need to refamiliarize myself with the commands as well. We can also try to set plots here. It's true. So let's go ahead and look at those right now. We can control the weather or wind, courtesy of the officers we have at our command. We could try to get, I guess, an officer in there to betray. We can taunt him, which shower the enemy unit with taunts. This will decrease the enemy soldier's spirits. Betray will persuade an enemy officer to do that. Cease will promote a ceasefire, which we're not going to do in this situation. We could run away, or set a plot. We don't have anybody who can, set a fire to anybody. And I'm not going to bother with taunting, because we're doing pretty good right now. Let's go ahead and show off a charge. 10 units killed, only lost 2. There we go. That's good, right? Good numbers. Now, yep, reinforcements arrived. I was worried about that. I should have gone with that a bit quicker. If your opponent has officers to spare, as well as troops, he can go ahead and send reinforcements to aid one of his cities under struggle, but you have to have officers free in order to do that. That's why I was trying to keep an officer free in case Anding got attacked. Now, what we have to do here now is be quick about this. If we take care of the main commander, the reinforcements will be all for naught. We should have enough forces to go ahead and take care of the main commander. If I had stopped digging around so much and just charged straight off the bat, this would have been better. But I didn't. Alright, did lots of damage there. That X stands for crossbow. Garuas Lantano is equipped with one of those. Should not be too much of a problem. Although it will shoot at us, not cause that many casualties, because it's not that strong. And we are now going to be encountering, not that powerful either. We could try and decimate all these other units as well, but I'm kind of hoping that maybe we'll get lucky and capture them whenever we deal with the main commander. Now, how much strength does he have? I'm not sure. Okay. Actually still have more soldiers on the battlefield than they do, even with all the reinforcements they sent, which is a beautiful thing. I'm going to go ahead and do just a simple attack here, I think, to whittle that down further so that whenever I can pull off a charge, everything will be happy, Huggles, and Rainbow Kittens. He's running away. You coward. I am unamused. Extensively unamused. How dare you flee from me? You get back here. I didn't say you could run. Hell yes, I will attack. Come on, stand and fight me. You don't want to run away, do you? What if stuff gets captured? That'd be a shame, wouldn't it? Oh, look at you. You coward. Don't make me charge and kill your friends, like that crossbow sitting over there. Cavalry will murder those bows. I don't think you're understanding, buddy. You should fight me. You should just stand and fight. Let your unit be charged. The day will be saved. Everything will be okay. You have reinforcements. What are you doing? Sigh. You're flummoxed. You're frustrating me. Now, unfortunately, cavalry cannot chase infantry up a castle wall. It's true. And you can't really dismount the horses either. So if he runs up there, that would be unfortunate. In that case, I should have charged him sooner, but I didn't. Come on, just stand. Just stand and fight. Stand. You know you want to stand. Yes! There we go. Alright, folks. How fortuitous. Let's end this now. Excuse me, as I proceed to do that. Zhang Yao was captured. Zhu Huang fled. Li Ru fled. Unfortunately... Oh, Lu Bu? Ah, shit! If I'd known that, I would have... Ah, fucking hell. I should have charged the reinforcement units after all. I was just, I guess I could have. My gosh. I could have captured him. Yeah. I guess I could have chosen a better way, but I didn't want to, dally around too long and lose more of my troops. Although I would have killed more of, old Dongi's forces. Oh well. We captured the city. And, let's see if we can try to recruit this guy. He promises... Oh, sweet. What a lovely, addition to the cause. Now, we don't have that many soldiers here. Matter of fact, our soldiers are over here. Which, is kind of problematic. Because, he still has his forces there. With still his best men. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to pull off another migration. We go ahead and move my guys over to the new city. Which, how powerful is that in relation? Lots of golden provisions. That's not bad. Chang'an is better, but that's not a bad city. Okay. So, let's go ahead and reward people for their loyal service and devotion to the cause. Can't reward anybody there. Let us head over here, because you guys should have some more gold now that I can actually implement. Because I really don't feel like having traders here. So let's go ahead and take you off vassalization. Regain control. Yep. Scroll over to reward. Reward you two. I don't really need to reward you with lots of gold here. I'm pretty happy about what happened there. I could have organized everything better. I could have sent my cavalry to charge those other stacks to reinforcement stacks, but I was really hoping I would capture them while they attempted to run. I didn't succeed in that. I didn't want to dally on the battlefield too long, but if I had and I captured those stacks, I could have had folks like Dongmin or Lubu or Geruwas Lantano who decided not to join me because he's an asshole. And whom I'm going to execute if I end up capturing him. You were warned. You were warned. You had your chance. I would actually probably not even... I would probably not execute Lubu. I'd just throw him in prison. But Garawas Lantana would be outright slain. That's the way it goes, folks. I'm actually not entirely sure what I want to do, but I think I'll go ahead and end the turn here. I'm gonna give it some thought. I know we progressed pretty far this turn, but we had another battle. We had a good va, and we captured another city, add to my growing collection. And we forced Dongi to stay in one city without oscillating between the two. So now he might actually do something more competent. What that is, I'm not sure. I'm hoping he wastes his energy on attacking me. That'd be fun to see. So he could carelessly waste the lives of his men. Wan Shu will be able to send him reinforcements next time, if he so wishes to honor the alliance. So this city, particularly since, you know, it's Luoyang, will be harder to take. I'm not looking forward to facing Lubu, and I'm kind of glad I never bothered to try and challenge anyone to a duel. I probably won't again, because I know, and I mean, you're out there too, or whichever one of you is also really great at war. Yeah, not to mention Garawas is out there as well. Simon Lang! Look at you! Free officer. Potential. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up, folks. I hope that my tutorial has revealed the game a bit more for all of you. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I look forward to playing more of this and recording it next time on Let's Get On With It, Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4, Wall of Fire. I'll see you then.